Hi, I'm Sam Sterling, and I play Ichipokton Papakui. Here's what you missed in episode 44 of Edge of Legend. As Tahone emerges from the forest, Alona and Ichi convince the giant badger god to help them retrieve Woodward and Rufa from the quicksand. When everyone is alive and well, Alona implores Tahone for a ride to the mountains so they can handle the Red Rock tribe, and Tahone agrees. While it is a notably bumpy ride, the party finds themselves at a large lake, where Tahone stops to take a drink. Then, a gigantic, hairy crab emerges and proceeds to attack Tahone. Springing into action, Ichi rages and strikes the hostile creature, while Alona casts Sanctuary on Tahone, who, ironically, does not seem to be bothered by the attack and keeps drinking. Morel also heeds the call to action, knocking the hairy monstrosity in the jaw, while Shionibis pierces it with her arrows for critical damage. But Ichi gets swept up by the crab's claws and is crushed by the weight of their grip. Tobias springs to the rescue, bringing her back to life, but now he's holding on to Ichi's feet, hanging in the air. Rufa realizes the hair on the crab can be set on fire, and promptly does so. With the crab on fire and Ichi awakened, she takes her newly reacquired strength and pierces the flaming crab on the sharp coral nearby, slaying the creature. Alona starts chanting, Ichi, Ichi, and emerging from the lake, Seedlings began chanting the luchador's name as well. It's discovered that that being was not a god, in spite of its enormous size, and Ichi gains the title and renown of Ichi of the Godlands. With much need for celebration, the party decides to serve up this crab with their newfound seedling friends, and a feast takes place. Not long after, the adventurers climb Tahone's back once more, and they head off in the direction of the mountains. During this time, Shionibis almost falls off the god, but she's saved by Morel, who refers to her as Princess. When he does so, Shionibis glares intently and asks him how he knew of her so preciously kept secret. Not realizing he crossed a boundary, Morel freezes up. But in the sky, Shionibis notices two flying forces, an enormous rainbow snake with wings, and a menacing one-eyed bat. Suddenly, Tahone stops. Their fur raises on the back of their neck, and out of the forest, Shionibis hears a voice and the heavy breathing of a snake. The voice mutters something about a rejected offering and mentions the bird flyers. Shionibis relays this to the party, and Alona tries to call out for more information. But then the bat flies off, and the snake emerges from the dark. A split second before this, Shionibis sees the Red Rock tribe leader petting the chin of the serpent, glare at her, and then disappear into the jungle. The party dismounts Tahone, and a gigantic battle ensues. Both sides take massive damage, but in the end, Tahone proves victorious, and the body of the snake, now known as Quetzalcoatl, evaporates into mist and rises into the air. The faint form utters that it is going to rejoin their avatar in the South Azmakon Temple, and Ichi immediately connects that this is the same person she heard about in her letters. After an eventful day, the party camps for the night. It's relatively uneventful until it's time for Morel and Shionibis to have that talk. Morel apologizes, acknowledging he only found out because Alona was muttering about it in her sleep, but he offers some equally important information about himself as compensation. Morel is the second prince to the throne of Acadia, making him royalty as well. Shionibis is shocked to learn this information and asks Morel the same question that has been preoccupying her mind since Agrippa upon Obear. Morel says he will go to help Shionibis if she ultimately decides she wants to help her people, and a sincere understanding falls between them. But right after this sweet moment, Shionibis sees a singular glowing eye in the darkness. It emerges slowly and asks Shionibis to speak with it. They introduce themselves as Camazotz, the god of bats. And that's where we end episode 44 of Edge of Legend. Make sure to tune in Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to Nat20 Productions Official on Twitch to catch the newest episodes of Edge of Legend as they happen. We look forward to seeing you in the chat as you become legends right alongside us. Thanks for watching!